Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, I was actually asked a very good question. This person was concerned about, imagine that this is a machete. Okay, so this green stick right here, imagine this is a machete and they're attacking me with it, right? And then they're attacking me and I'm going to defend. And when I defend, like so, they're worried about this happening. You see that? Where they slide across my weapon and basically still get my hand. So boom right here. So they're coming in with an attack, I defend, and then they slide down the weapon and cut my hand. That was their concern. It's a very good question, so I'm here to talk about that. Okay, so first off, let me start with the defense. The defense that I like, there's a lot of different defenses, but this one right here, where we're actually using two hands on the stick, like so, boom, this kind of defense, okay? This is a very basic defense that I learned in harness in the early 90s, okay? And it's a very basic defense, and I actually like it a lot because I believe that basics are really, really good, especially if you take the time to really progress and understand it. So, this defense right here is not ideal, so please understand that, okay? The best example I could give you is like in boxing, if they're going to punch me and I block like this, okay? You have to understand that this block like this is high percentage. It's a high percentage, but is it ideal compared to like a parry or a counter where they're punching me and I counter strike them? That's better to do. It's harder to do. It's a lower percentage. So this is much more, in a sense, more realistic. It's easier to do, it's just not as good to do. So this technique right here, where you're grabbing right here, to me, if you understand and know how to do this properly, it's like that. It is a high percentage. It's not the best thing to do, but it is a high percentage, very realistic. It's a good move to know, in my opinion. So they're coming in with a machete, right, to cut me like so. And I'm going to block with both hands, nice and strong, nice and solid. When I block, the block is not going to be boom and I stay here and we're doing like this kind of power struggle. That's not the idea here, okay? So when I block, it's going to be boom like this. So the strike's come into my face and I go boom, okay? And I'm out of there. Because I'm out of there, they don't have time to slide down and cut me in the hand, all right? And another way to view this is a strike that I'm doing. I am striking them. Why? Because if you remember, one of the most important principles in Filipino martial arts is defang the snake. Alright? So defang the snake means what? If this is a machete, he's holding it like right here and he's swinging the blade at me, I'm aiming for his hand right here. So all this is blade, that's his weapon, the handle's right here, he's holding on, his hand's right there. I'm aiming for his hand. I want to strike that right there. If I miss and I hit the blade, that's fine. At least it was a defensive move. But ideally, I want to counter strike and hit him in the hand. So when I do this, this is a strike that I'm doing. Okay, it's a defense and it's a strike. It's a counter strike. So that's the idea there. That's why we go boom. And you see I'm moving and I'm out of there, you know, and I'm doing whatever it takes to continue on. But I'm not going to be there going like this back and forth, and that'll give them the chance to slide and hit me in the hand. Okay, so now I want to address the second possibility. The second possibility is, yes, there is a time where I will want to actually neutralize their weapon. So once again, this is the machete, and I'm actually going to deliberately strike. And I want to do this, I want to hit, if he's holding it right here, okay, this is his hand, not my hand, let's say. Okay, we strike weapon to weapon, and I want to hit his hand. So I'm going to do that before he does it to me. Alright, so I'm engaging, I'm the one going in to do it, and boom, I collide, and I immediately go for his hand right there. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, so here is a machete real quick, and so imagine that this is that right there, right? So I collide with it, and I immediately go to his hand, right? So I'm trying to aim for his hand. If I can hit his hand, great. And if I can't, not a problem, okay? So at this moment, we're kind of like in a grappling situation What I want to do here is go ahead and do this. You see this? I'm bringing the stick down right here, and I'm going to grab onto the handle right here, the handle of his weapon. So right here, and I'm going to grab onto the handle of his weapon. So at this point, if I have two hands, I want to grab with both hands right here. And what I'm doing here is, imagine this is his hand. Imagine this right here is his hand. So I just put my weapon against his. And then right here, I'm grabbing onto his handle right here. And what that does is you can see his hand, his fingers are getting crushed by my stick. Okay, you see that? So if I had both hands and I went like this, I'm crushing his hand against my stick. I'm crushing that right there. I'm squeezing it in and I'm driving the stick in there. Okay, so the idea once again is I'm going to hit their weapon with the intention of sliding it down and trying to hit their hand, right? I want to neutralize the weapon. If I can do that, that's great. If not, not a problem. And at this point, I'm going to crush their fingers using my weapon and holding onto the handle of their weapon and my weapon too. So this is a painful lock that I'm doing. All right, so anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and take care, folks.